What a beautiful day. I want to thank God. Thank God. God is always the key. I want to thank God for waking us up this morning. Okay? Say it's a beautiful day. We've had horrible, horrible storms in Jersey. Everywhere I went today, I said, what a beautiful day. And people looked at me like they're just miserable. Miserable people. I mean, I am not always happy, right? But you can count on me to be positive, right? And it comes down to gratitude. That's something we talk about over and over and over again on this channel, right? Try to spread the message of gratitude because even in your worst situations, you can find something to be grateful for, right? You're alive. You can take the worst possible situation and you can think that, that's God's plan for me at the least, right? So I'm going to start off and talk about a few things today. Gratitude is one of them. There's a couple ways. It's not something you can just think, okay, I have gratitude today, and it's that simple. It's not that simple. Okay, you have to make a list every single day, or as often as you can. This is the same like principles they use in 12-step programs, right? I expanded my research and studying about the mind and how important it is to take care of your mental health. So one of the books I read I came across talks about making a gratitude list every single day. So if you wake up in the morning, don't forget to make that bed because that's the first big one of your day. You make that bed, you already feel accomplished before you even leave your bedroom. If you have time in the morning, no, not. Make time in the morning, okay? Set your alarm 15 minutes earlier. Sit and make a gratitude list. Don't look at the weather, don't look at anything. Sit and really think about all the things that you have to be grateful for. It might be a family, it might be kids, it might be a company, it might be money, it might be, you have your parents, might be you have your eyesight, your legs. There's people that don't have that, and we take that for granted, right? So every day I thank God for my health. Health first. That's all inclusive. I mean, I'm still a young man, but I'm in decent shape. I work out on my body every day. I work out on my mind every day, just as hard, if not harder, because it's important, right? And I talk to people about this and tell them what I do as far as like work on myself and my mental health. And I do all this stuff. I exercise, I make a gratitude list, I read, I do meditation and prayer. And that's only for a chance that I'll feel happy. It's a lot of work, right? And if you look around at what's going on in the world right now, it's not really the best place. But if you create your own little bubble and stay inside that bubble and ignore all the stuff that's going on, yes, we shouldn't ignore what's going on in the world. There's a lot of bad going on in the world. But us as an individual person, the world's going to go the way it's going to go, right? We don't have the strength in numbers. If we did, we would change things, right? So try to create your own little bubble. Try to create your own little bubble and live in that bubble based off I'm grateful I have this opportunity, have that opportunity. If you want to grow more in your life, stay in your bubble and work on what you want to grow with, right? So if you want to start a business, first you would write it down on paper. Second, you would write all the things, all the steps that you need to take in order to, you know, fulfill your goals and your dreams, right? Third, you need to take some action. Action is the key. Action is the key to everything. So once you take that first step, that's all you got to worry about is one step at a time. That first step. Now you've taken some action. Now the second step is, putting everything you wrote down, putting into motion. After that, once you get things going, it's consistency, consistency, consistency. And it's very hard work. It's very hard work to do something every single day and not seeing any results, but keep doing it every single day because you believe in yourself. That's a big thing too. You got to believe in yourself. A lot of people don't believe in themselves and think that the way the world is, that that's just what they're meant to be. Wake up to an alarm, go to work, sit in traffic, up, it's raining out, now you're sitting in 2 3 hours of traffic every single day. You look to the left, you look to the right, you have the same group of cars every single day until you're old enough, you can retire. I think they're pushing the age now to 75. So even if you get to retire, you're too old to do anything and enjoy anything. Plus, you're only getting $200 a month in Social Security benefits. That's a whole other story. But so what we're doing here, first of all, I am the hope. I have the experience, the strength, the hope. All three of those combined, that's what makes me uniquely different than the rest of the people because, I'm not trying to beat that person or that person. I'm trying to show up for myself every single day and be consistent and make a change, okay? Some days I don't want to do it. Some days I don't want to do it. But you know what? I am unique and I'm special, and God put me here and saved my life from hell. I went to hell. I've seen hell, and I lived there for 10 years. And it is not a fun place to be, okay? It's not a fun place to be. And when I had probably less than 1% chance of survival, I remember I thought I was going to die. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to die. Until I actually felt like I was going to die. Then I'm like, I don't want to die. And my cousin passed away like a couple weeks later. And after all the stuff settled, the funerals and all that, I went to rehab again, and something clicked that time. Okay, I've said this in previous videos. I've done long term, 6.5 months in like the project Salvation Army with 100 men, 6.5 months. I've done short term detoxes, rehabs, 21 days. None of that worked. Okay, so my cousin Tiffany passed, and after all the funerals and everything, I went that next time. It was a month to the date. I went. I don't know. They were playing some Christian rock music on the other side in the rehab. I was in a detox. And I said to God, I said, if you get me through this detox, I'll stay because I want to make it to next Sunday to hear that music. That's the same music that in the Salvation Army they were playing in my previous day, okay? And I learned all that music and I felt the energy and the presence of God. 100 men, criminals, drug addicts, homeless people. Every Wednesday and every Sunday we had to get together for an hour. Wednesday was Vespers, and everybody in there, doesn't matter how hard you were or what, you can feel the presence of God and the energy in there. 100 grown men holding hands and singing, like most amazing feeling ever. So I took that over, even though I had a short a short run, 3 months, in between Salvation Army and New Hope. And that 3 months was the worst 3 months of my life, but that's a whole other story. You'll hear about it a different day. But I took what I learned in the Salvation Army, that presence of God, and I heard it playing in the next rehab, and I said, if you get me through the detox, I'll stay till the next Sunday because I want to know what all that music I was hearing is about. So I stayed, I made it through there, never touched a drink or a drug again. It's been 13 years. So the 10 years I already just said, I have war stories. I have a hell of a past of living in hell. I mean, we can talk about that if you want one day, but from there, I have the strength, okay? 13 years. And now I'm the hope. Who's calling me?